So this is the big. This is the big empty. This is the empty. So we're gonna use the empty space here. I don't really have graphics because I'm doing this live, and I'm not really a person who does this on post. But we are going to talk about the state of play. There would be a graphic here if I did a graphic. Or maybe the graphic could be in here in this empty space. That's this right here is really empty. So that's a lot of empty space that could probably go there. No, they're still showing more of God of War, by the way. But the stream ended. Oh my God, were they actually doing like a more of a panel for it? But mostly it's most. I figured it was gonna be dev interviews. I figured it was gonna be dev interviews. Okay, I'm okay with doing that with missing dev interviews. Okay, so let's talk about the state of play. State of play. Welcome to the empty. It's just an empty void. You gotta love it. Uh, so okay, so Wolverine was the first game that they showed, and I talked a little bit about this on Nerds of the Apocalypse, twitch.tv/Nerds of the Apocalypse. Those are my boys. So Wolverine knocking out of the park at for being the very first game was amazing. Bloody as all get out. It was really super bloody, especially what we expected from a Wolverine game. Absolutely loved it. I love seeing the cameos of Mystique, Sabretooth. We saw Leech, Jean Grey. I think we even saw Callisto with her eye patch in there. Uh, I definitely wrote down that the healing restores the costumes, which was funny. Just it just giggled me. And I'm pretty sure it probably giggled the developers, but that was really cool to see. There are pre-order bonuses, and also the digital deluxe edition comes with more costumes and some technique points, which are for skill points, and apparently not only suits but claw types. So there's different claw types that you have in this game, and I'm really interested to see further along how the game really shows it to understand why there's different claw types out there. So you can mix, I guess you can mix and match your claws with your favorite costume. So this game, Wolverine, is coming out on September 15th. The next game that they showed was Marvel Tonkon Fighting Soul. Really neat fighting game coming from them, team based. They showed off the new team, Knights of Doom, which consists of Doctor Doom, Magneto, Green Goblin, and Carnage. Carnage's ultimate looked really nasty, like just a giant red shark. So, really, I think it's going to be a really fun game coming out on August 6th of this year. So, it's going to be late summer. They showed off Rayman Legends Retold, which, as a person who is 40 some odd years old, I definitely grew up on Rayman. It is great to see him in a new platforming game, and even it feels multiplayer, but it's not multiplayer. But because you have multiple characters, but they only showed off really a trailer. They didn't go into many details, but the fact that we've seen three other characters fighting alongside Rayman, maybe we're going to see some cool co-op with it as well. Next game was Bancho the Chef, slow cooked prequel. So if you like some sushi, you're going to see the sushi master before he became the sushi master. Don't really know who Bancho the Chef is, but as soon as I saw it, I felt like that was Dave the Diver. I feel like, and I'm sorry, I don't really know Dave the Diver either, but I think that might be the chef from Dave the Diver. That's how I feel. I'm gonna get some more information on that probably a little bit later. If I had a co-host who could probably look that up too, oh, that's how we probably could have worked out better. Am I so quiet? Am I quiet? Because I feel like I'm definitely loud, but I can certainly increase the microphone. Uh, Next up was Kamuri. So Aaron can hear me. Raph can't. I guess I'll increase the volume. How's that, big guy? How you like that? I'm in the yellow now. Is that what you like? Is that what you like? You like in the yellow? I don't want to yell. Carlin's working, so we have to be very quiet, very pristine. Again, this is my Kind of Funny Games audition. Thank you very much. I'm funny. Kamuri is coming out in 2027. This is a 3-player co-op game that is you're a yokai hunter. You can either play as so there's 3 different types. You have the blade hunter, the bow hunter, and the shaman. So in this game, you're going to be hunting down some yokais, and the yokais, you use their powers to fight other bigger yokai. So the game looked really neat. I like the soundtrack. It definitely gave some great techno beats to it. The soundtrack is really what hooked me with it. And then the game is beautiful. It's a lot of action in it. So I'm looking forward to that in 2027. So we're going to see more information about that later. Then they showed us Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, the remake of the original, as far as I'm aware, coming out in February 12th, 2027. Looks beautiful. It's a Tomb Raider game. Dinosaurs galore. I think you're still going to ruin our lives, just like the first one. So the next game is The Lost Wild, coming out in 2027. And this one tricked us because it gave us those Dino Crisis feels. Because we saw a dinosaur. And please bear witness, anytime there's a dinosaur in a video game, we're going to immediately default to Dino Crisis. That's just that's the law. I'm not here to argue it. It's just here to be here. Okay. But it absolutely is a Lost Wild. It looks like you're going to play a young lady who is trying to just survive and find an answer to this world that has just been destroyed, and it's just nothing but dinosaurs around. Comes out in 2027, so it's probably still in development. So we're going to definitely hear more about that later this year. We default to Dragon Treks. You also have that browser thing that you turn up to like 300%. That's rude. The next game that was going to be coming out in late summer of 2026 is going to be Phantom Blade Zero. I know I made a joke about it. It's another main character carrying around a baby. I guess that's just in this season. That's the new motif of games. If you're not carrying a baby around, what are you doing? A really big surprise to me is Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening is already out on PC right now, but it's coming to PlayStation September 22nd, and it's also bringing a single player experience. Now, I mentioned it on stream that earlier this week, or maybe last week, that I think it was the creative director or one of the game developers of Dune stated that Dune Awakening is not they don't treat it as an MMORPG, even though it certainly is an MMORPG. But when I saw that report that it's no longer an MMORPG, I really should have taken notice and thought hard. As like, yep, that means it's coming to console. Because console players, to a degree, they don't like hearing the word MMO, and I don't think that a lot of console developers or publishers don't like using that word either, because it has a really bad distinction. Even though DCO is still going, thanks to the consoles, thanks to PlayStation, and it's an MMORPG, and it's not afraid to show that it's an MMORPG. So Dune Awakening has done a great job on a lot of quality of life since its release, and now it's also coming with a single player experience where you can build your base and play, and I think that's going to be really cool to experience as an MMO player. Even starting out versus where everybody else is probably an in-game, it's certainly different. So playing by yourself, not really seeing everybody else around you is certainly an adventure. And playing by yourself as in a single player experience, the game is really still good. Like I will say, I don't see a lot of other players, and it's probably because I'm also still in the very first area, because there's still a lot to explore in the first area for me. And when I was playing it, we weren't able to like copy our base and move it with us. But now that's a big quality of life, that you can scan your base and bring it with you. Because I did a lot of freaking work for that base that I just want to leave it there and it be destroyed later on, because the game will destroy your base if if it's untouched for a while. So I do love that they allowed you to copy bases now and move it with you. That is a lovely change. Yes, I spoke highly of DCUO. Yeah, yeah. Next up was Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered coming out on October 1st. Uh, you know, it's Dynasty Warriors. Love it, love it, love it. Just hack and slash, just destroy, and you get some great history within Chinese mythology. I really do like it. Guan Yu is still the man. Love Guan Yu. Next up after that was another PC game coming to PlayStation 5. It's No Rest for the Wicked. So it's a top-down Diablo style game, but it is a really pretty and a lot of fun game. It has like a little Dark Souls feel with trying to master defeating bosses who are very, very hard. And it's also coming with cross-play, and I heard it say cross-save. So going to be interesting to see more information about that as we get closer to October for No Rest for the coming to PlayStation. And with it coming to PlayStation, I have to imagine what the Xbox Showcase is going to show, because this is now another game like Dune Awakening is coming to PlayStation. No Rest for the Wicked is coming to PlayStation. Does that mean the Xbox Showcase is going to show that those two games will also be coming to the Xbox console too? Was I also looking for Game Pass? Yeah. Then you have Onimushu, Way of the Sword, coming out on September 25th. Beautifully Onimushu game. I think they really are just some beautiful, beautiful game, like the Dark Souls before Dark Souls, you know? But also good news too is that starting right now, as of this recording on June 2nd, the demo is out on the PlayStation Store. So you can play the demo right now, feel that steel on steel action, and you also get a nice little bonus when you play the demo for your backpack. I think it's a backpack. I think it's like a little charm for your backpack, but it's a charm. You get you get a nice little charm for when the game releases just by playing the demo. Nice little charm. I'm gonna say charm one more time because I just like saying it. Charm. Next up was a black guy in a horror game when he shouldn't be there. And that's Silent Hill Downfall. I did not see a date for it. I apologize I didn't get that. But Silent Hill Downfall. It's a black guy in a nice red vest, and he's, I guess, investigating. Brother, what you doing there? What? You shouldn't be there. As soon as you walked in and saw fog, you should have left. All right, that's just the rule. It's like, nah. I was like, okay, you know what? Walk through the fog. Not all fog is bad. So you even have the tagline, like something about the stack, search the stack, learn about the stack. It's like, as soon as I'm hearing static and it's not a radio station that I turned on, I'm getting the fudge on out. Okay. Just please. And you know what? Blessing, Blessing over here, best bud Blessing, another black guy, he has to be a green. We should not be in this game. This is not the representation that we're looking for when we talk about we should be represented in games more. This is not it, okay? Sorry, I do not do horror games. This is actually fruit. That's absolutely like, nope, I don't want to be there. You shouldn't be there either, brother. You shouldn't be there. Next up was moderator for apparently 7 years, Arwen Skywalker's. He is super excited about this game, Ace Combat 8 on October 2nd. It does look real pretty. That was a really pretty game. I will say that all what we saw in the trailer was, in my eyes, it was a lot of cinematic. We didn't really see the gameplay for it. And I don't remember the last time it was announced that we saw gameplay, but it's not like it's a deal breaker, but I'm certainly interested to see like what the gameplay looks like in these dogfights. And also as a pre-order bonus, you can get Ace Combat Belkin War. I'm pretty sure it's an Ace Combat, like I think it's Ace Combat 0 Belkin War, but I always saw it was Ace Combat Belkin War. So you do get that as a pre-order bonus when you get the game, but then I think Belkin War is also going to be a standalone, I do believe. Do not quote me on that, please. Let's see. So then we have, oh yeah, this one actually tricked us. Stuntman Hollywood. All right, we absolutely saw Brian's car from Fast and the Furious, and then we saw the Kit's. There was another car between. I don't remember what the white car was, but then we saw Kit, and it's like, okay, Kit's going freaking wild. And then we saw I'm like, wait a minute. I know the big truck and then the big, wait a minute, the semi truck that has the spikes. Wasn't that the actual truck from Live Free Die Hard? I'm thinking that was the truck from Live Free Die Hard, but either way. And then we saw the DeLorean, and apparently it's Stuntman Hollywood. Okay. I sneezed. There you go, live. That's what you get. Death Race. It was the Death Race car. Yes. Thank you, Raph. It was Death Race. Thank you, Aaron. Stuntman Hollywood. We only saw the cinematic. We're still waiting. We got to see some gameplay on that. I did not see a date on it either. Vigilante 8 third offense. Jesus, Arwen. Is that what the game is from? That's what their white car is from? Ooh, Aaron even knows Vigilante 8. Okay, girls. All right. Next game was Ill, coming out in 2027. It's a horror game. I think it's a I think it's a Resident Evil ploy. All right, Ill Village, huh? Aaron actually pointed that out, and I'm going to give her credit for that. Yeah, 100% Death Race. Yeah. So, but no, I think Stevie B is really into the horror games. I think that's going to be a great horror game. I don't want to play it, so obviously it's already great because I don't want to play scary games. Next up was Control Resonant, coming out on September 24th. We got a little bit more story, a little bit more visual to it, which absolutely is bonkers of a game. I think they took Control and the success of it, of how crazy the original Control game was, and they went with this one and cranked it up to 11. So it's really great. I think it's really pretty, and I think it's going to be another knockout for that team for that game. Next up was Marathon, which it's Marathon, cool. If you like your extraction shooters, they're coming out with season 2, and they're dropping it's Marathon Nightfall, which brings a new map, new weapons, new bunches of stuff. So definitely check out Marathon's Nightfall. It's season 2, and Marathon also has a tryout period this weekend. I think it's actually starting today, going into the weekend. So if you want to try it out, you can definitely download it on the PlayStation Store, and if you like it, you can certainly purchase it. Then next up was another PC game coming. This is a PC game coming to the PlayStation Plus, and it's RuneScape Dragon Wilds. Now, I have seen a lot of streamers play RuneScape Dragon Wilds, and it is really a pretty game. I have it wishlisted on Steam, and I'm really interested to see if it comes over to if it's coming to Xbox as well. But the fact that I've also seen it like they're saying it's coming to PlayStation Plus makes it seem like, yep, it might be a console exclusive on PlayStation for a little bit, maybe comes to Xbox down the road. But we also have the Xbox Showcase that we have to wait for down the road. Actually, later this weekend on Sunday. Next was Until Dawn 2. I didn't expect it to be Until Dawn, but it's some kids doing a reality show on an island, and it's star packed. It is really star packed because I was recognizing faces. I recognized it has to be the villain. I have to imagine it's the villain. But I was recognizing a lot of faces. I can't point their names, but that's what it is. The main guy, the main dude who is in it, who looks like to probably be our main character. It's the Red Ranger from the new Power Rangers movie. That's who it is, Raph. It's the Red Ranger. I knew his face looked familiar. I just why I can't remember his name. Why does it look familiar? He's the Red Power Ranger from the movie, from the new movie, and he did a fantastic job. We deserve a sequel. Okay, we deserve a sequel to that Power Rangers. Still mad about that. But Until Dawn still has a lot of choices, so everybody can live or everybody can die. The choice is yours. And then finally ending out. Oh, hello, Hoodoo. My cat's rubbing my leg. Hey, Hoodoo. Hey, buddy. Yeah. So coming into or ending out the PlayStation State of Play is the new God of War game, God of War Laufey. So we are following directly after Kratos and the boy burn his wife Faye burn his wife in the eulogy, whatever, on the pyre, sorry. And then we just move up into Elysium. Technically, it's actually not Elysium, but it's, the halfway. But we're sent off to the afterlife, and we're following her story directly from that God of War game. I think it's the second God of War game. So this is going to be an interesting take to see how Laufey goes about her adventure and trying to get back to her beautiful husband. Now, what really got me was absolutely the enemies, because we are going into a world in the afterlife where it's already taken and it looks like hell, but apparently the gate is closed. And so everyone's really stuck in this medium purgatory, not able to get fully passed on. So we meet new enemies, a beautiful big red ogre. But then what really got me was an Egyptian god. Like everything that looked like that's all Egyptian. And they did drop the name Sekhmet. So we're going to be introduced to a whole new mythology of gods that now Laufey is going to have to go and face. So that's pretty cool. Also, there's a sword inside of a cube. And there's there's a mystery with the sword. But I am more puzzled by the Jello cube. What is up with that? Like, comic relief? Is that our comic relief? Is the cube? I'm pretty sure it absolutely is, because it's gonna be interesting to see that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your PlayStation State of Play for June. So I think we got kicked off great with Wolverine. God of War Laufey is also coming out, and it doesn't actually give a date. It just says it's in development. So we're probably seeing that game maybe 2028 is going to be my guess. So, oh yes, and Laufey is played by Deborah Ann Woll. She was from True Blood, played Amazing Vampire. She is from Daredevil, played a brilliant Karen, and she is a magnificent dungeon master in her DM games. So definitely check her out in all of her glory. Really happy we're seeing her in this game, and I can't wait to play her. They say it's the afterworld of gods, so probably a pool of a bunch of different types of deities. That's correct. The afterworld of gods. You're right, Aaron. I call it a purgatory, but yes, the afterworld of gods. It's strange with God of War, because God of War first stuck into Greek mythology, and then of course we have Ragnarok that really went into Norse mythology. So being the afterworld of the gods, I do believe we are going to see different deities from across the globe. And that's what really got me with the ogre, because the ogre's teeth, how they're pointed in those different directions, like you see that kind of ogre look within Chinese mythology. So I think that was like a red ogre from Chinese mythology, even if it's like a demigod or something. And now we have Sekhmet from Egypt. It's like, I think the afterworld just got all bunches of shit on. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see where the story for God of War Laufey goes. And it is just visually beautiful to watch those games. Like, they do such a great job. Same way how I talk always about World of Warcraft cinematics, God of War cinematics. Like, you just bunch those things together, you give it to me, I'm going to watch all of it. And I mean, remember, Amazon Prime is also developing their own God of War TV series. So maybe we're going to be able to see not all of that, but I'm going to be interested to see exactly how they're going to do it for that show. So, but yeah, that was your State of Play for June for PlayStation. And this is like the week of Summer Game Fest. So next up should be on Thursday. We should be seeing the Summer Game Fest I think it's actually starting at like 5 p.m. as well. So we're going to be getting a slew of releases, world premieres, and probably trailers for existing games coming out, coming into the rest of 2026 and going into 2027 in the future. Also, we have the PC Game Show as well. Oh, Summer Game Fest is Friday. Gotcha. It's Friday. Sorry. I did not look at my own schedule when I posted it in Discord. I kind of just posted it. But I know the Xbox Showcase is on Sunday, because that's the Lord's Day. And as my cat Church is right here. I can't miss my cat Church. Hi, Church. You're in my chair, so I have no choice but to stand up the rest of the stream. That is her chair. And I'm not a monster to move her.